Good evening, dear students. So, how are you? All of you are fine? Good. So, we'll start today quadratic expression. This is the second lecture of quadratic equation. So, we'll discuss first quadratic expressions and then some inequalities, and finally we have wavy curve method. Correct? So, first we'll look at the quadratic expression. See, fx equals to ax square plus bx plus c is known as quadratic expression. See, quadratic equation means equate to something. So, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. That becomes quadratic equation. And this is what? Expression. This is ax square bx plus c is known as expression, quadratic expression. So, in this we have to remember these two important points. Based on this, NDA asks few questions in quadratic. So, you have to remember these two important points. What is first? If a greater than 0 and d discriminant less than 0, then if and only if ax square bx plus c is always be positive. Or if it is this fx is greater than 0, then a greater than 0 and d is also less than 0. So if and only if. Correct? So first statement clear कि अगर a क्वाड्रेटिक एक्सप्रेशन का a ग्रेटर देन 0 है, a तो 0 होगी नहीं, a नेवर बी 0, एंड b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac d उस डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इस क्वाड्रेटिक एक्सप्रेशन का लेस देन 0 है, तो fx जो है हमारा क्वाड्रेटिक एक्सप्रेशन ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव होगा. करेक्ट? इट इज ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, यानी fx ग्रेटर देन 0. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज इफ a लेस देन 0. करेक्ट? a लेस देन 0, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर व्हिच इज लेस देन 0, and d that is also less than 0, then quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c is always be negative. This is always negative. Or if fx is negative, this expression is negative, less than 0, then by default a will be less than 0 and d also less than 0. Correct here? So these two statements you have to remember for quadratic expression. There are a lot of things there, but those are there in for JEE Mains and Advanced. But in NDA, in quadratic expression, these two is important to understand. Correct? So we'll move now the next stage, inequalities. Inequalities, you have a lot of things. Basic, all of you aware, when you multiply minus or divide with minus, the inequality sign get reversed. Fine? This is the basic property of inequality that you have to always remember. Next, couple of inequalities which generally we use in quadratic equation. See, x square greater than a square, which means x less than minus a or x greater than a. Please remember these things. And x square less than a square, then it means x greater than minus a and less than a. So these two again frequently comes in a quadratic expression. So you have to remember these two inequality also. Correct here? Next we have wavy curve method. This method is very useful. This you will find in calculus also when you have to find the interval of the function, or when you go to increasing and decreasing function in application of differentiation. There also you have to find the interval for a quadratic expression. So in that case you will use wavy curve method. This method is very useful and it's a shortcut way to get the interval of a function. What it is wavy curve method? Let's say I have fx equals to x minus 2 and x plus 1. Correct? Now we have to find the roots, and this is, let's say, fx. This fx is greater than 0. Correct? Now this expression is greater than 0. Then we have to find the interval, value of x. Correct? So what is the roots here are here? Minus 1 and 2. Correct? So we have two roots, in fact two factors, so it is an even factor. Correct? When we have three factor, then we can say odd factor. Odd. Correct? So we have two factors, so that is even. So we'll take a number, draw a number line where we will put the roots. This is 0, this is somewhere minus 1 and this is 2. Correct? If you want, you cannot draw the 0, that is also good, not a problem. You draw minus 1 and 2. Fine? Now we have two even factors, so we'll start the sign convention from the extreme left. First we'll put plus, minus and plus. Between the roots it is going to be, first it is plus, then minus and then plus. And the extreme left is minus infinity, all of you know, and extreme right is plus infinity. Fine. Now, here it is, we plotted -1, 2 roots, and since it is an even factor, so we start with plus. Fine. Before the first root, you write the plus sign, then you put alternate minus plus, correct? For two factors. Now, it is greater, so we'll take the positive sign. So the interval is x belongs to minus infinity to -1, correct? Since it is strictly greater, so we'll take open interval. Union 2 to infinity, correct? And you know infinity, minus infinity and plus infinity is always kept in open interval, correct? Because you cannot include that point. Open is excluding and closed is for including, correct? Closed and open interval. So x belongs to minus infinity to -1, union 2 to infinity. So the solution of this quadratic expression is going to be this with the help of Wavy curve method. Correct here? This is for even factor I took. That the factor is 2 term. Now suppose we have 3 terms. A quadratic cubic equation might be. So let's say fx I took x plus 1, x minus 1 by 2, x plus 4. See what is very important? X, the coefficient of x is always 1. X. Right? It should not be 1 minus x. It should be x minus 1. Or coefficient of x should be 1. So these are 3 terms. Now first we'll get the roots of this. And this is given less than 0, let's say. Fine? This expression is less than 0. Then find the value of x. So first we'll calculate the roots. So -1, 1 by 2 and -4. Correct? We have 3 roots now. Now we will plot these 3 roots into number system. अब हम इस तीनों रूट को नंबर सिस्टम पे रियल लाइन पे प्लॉट करेंगे. ठीक है? So we have -4, then we have -1 and then we have 1 by 2. Correct? So these are 3 roots. Fine. 1, 2, 3 odd factor. So what we will start from here? Minus. ठीक है? Minus, plus, plus. And extreme left is minus infinity and extreme right is plus infinity. ठीक है? अब हमें यहाँ इनइक्वालिटी की साइन क्या दी हुई है? लेस. तो जितने माइनस वाले हैं वो सारे इंटरवल हो जाएंगे. So what is going to be? X belongs to minus infinity to -4 open interval. Then union -1 to 1 by 2. So that is going to be the solution of this cubic expression. This is less than 0. These are the roots we draw in the number system. And then we have, since it is 3 factors, so put minus, plus, minus, plus. And the extreme left is going to be minus infinity. Roots के पहले का साइन ऑड और इवन फैक्टर देख के आप डालेंगे. अगर ऑड है तो माइनस, इवन होता तो सबसे जो पहला रूट है, लोएस्ट रूट है, जो माइनस एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट की ओर है, वहाँ प्लस डालेंगे. जब इवन हो, ऑड है तो माइनस, प्लस, माइनस, प्लस. So I believe Wavy curve all of you understood. I don't think there will be a big problem in this. All of you have well versed with Wavy curve. So Wavy curve you use lot of time. In quadratic expression we use lot of time. I told you in calculus also we are using Wavy curve to find the intervals. Fine here? So just go through once or you take a screenshot of this so that these points you will remember. Now based on this we will go for a couple of problems. Fine? Look at this. Now we'll start with some questions. Look at the first question is, if x square plus 2ax plus 10 minus 3a greater than 0 for all x belongs to R, then A, these are options, Fine. These are 4 options. Now question is, this quadratic expression is greater than 0 where x belongs to real, then what is the value of a? Where a will lie? This or this. Fine. So we have just seen that fx is greater than 0. That means fx is positive. Your quadratic expression is positive. So when fx is positive, what happens? We have seen a greater than 0, fx greater than 0. What happens? A should be greater than 0 and b is less than 0. This is what we have seen in the concept. When fx greater than 0, a greater than 0 and d less than 0. If these two are there, then fx greater than 0. If and only if. Both the condition is necessary and sufficient condition it is. Fine. So now we'll start. D is b square. B square is 2a whole square. 4a is 1 and c is 10 minus 3. This is less than 0. Since d less than 0 we are taking, correct? Now we'll simplify this. So 4a square minus 1 plus 12a, and this is minus 40 equals to less than 0. Divide with 4. This is going to be this. Get a factor. So a square minus 10 and it should be 3. So plus 5a minus 2a minus 10 less than 0. So a plus 5, a plus 5. So we have a plus 5, a minus 2 less than 0. Correct? Now the roots we will get for a minus 5 and 2. Now we will draw in the number system. Minus 5 and 2. Even factor. So we will start with plus, minus, plus. Correct? Now it is given less than 0. So we will take the minus sign. So what will happen? A belongs to minus 5 to 2. This is plus infinity. This is minus infinity. So this is the range of a. The value of a will lie between minus 5 to 2 because minus it is there, and here they have asked less than 0. So the value of a will greater than minus 5, less than 2. This will be the correct option. Correct? So if you remember that concept, then you will be able to solve such problems, and these problems came in NDA. ये सब क्वेश्चन एनडीए में आए हुए हैं. तो अगर अपने को ये कंसेप्ट पूरी तरह क्लियर है, so then only you can solve such problems of quadratic expression. Fine. Now we'll move to the second problem. See, the next question it is, if x square minus 2 4 lambda minus 1 into x plus 15 lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 7 greater than 0 for all x belongs to R, then lambda is value of lambda where it will belong, and none. Correct? Lambda belongs to, then lambda belongs in which interval it is. Okay? So again there, this fx is greater than 0, fx greater than 0. So this is also given fx greater than 0. So what will happen fx greater than 0? We know a greater than 0 and d less than 0. Fine? Fx is greater than 0. So fx greater than 0, we know a greater than 0 and d less than 0. So like in previous sum what we did, the same you have to do it here also, and carefully simplify the expression. Okay? So now we'll take d less than 0 first. We'll see d. This is minus 2, 4 lambda minus 1, b square, 4a, a is 1, and c is this total, 15 lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 7. This is less than 0. Correct? So d less than 0 this came. After simplifying and all these, we will have this, we will get fine, lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 8. That you simplify, expand कीजिए and you will reach this equation. So lambda की root क्या क्या हो गई इधर, -4 and -2. See, 8 it is there. So what is the going to root? -4 and -2. So 2 and 4 is the value of lambda. Now we'll plot into number system. 2 and 4. 2 factors. We have 2 roots, so 2 factors. So plus, minus, plus. Fine. Minus infinity this side. Here it is plus infinity. Less. That means this part. So lambda belongs to where? 2 to 4. So lambda belongs to 2 to 4. Since it's an even factor, so we started with plus, minus, plus. Fine. So lambda belongs to 2 to 4 is the correct answer. Fine here. So I believe these last two sums, what we did, all of you understood. We'll go one more situation. Look at this. If minus x square plus 3x plus 4 greater than 0, then which one is correct? X belongs to and finally x belongs to these are 4 options, 1, 2, 3rd and 4th. So you have seen the expression minus x square plus 3x plus 4 greater than 0, correct? Now we have to tell which one is the correct one, means where exactly the value of x will lie, and this is given quadratic expression. So first of all dear, this expression, when we will factorize, when we have to multiply with minus, because minus we don't want. So when you multiply with minus, so this becomes this, correct? Inequality get reversed. So what is the factor of this? X minus 4, x plus 1 less than 0. Fine. Now we'll go to the number system. What are the roots? -1 and 4, even factor. So we'll start with plus, minus infinity here, plus infinity here. So we'll even factor, 2 factors, which is even. So we'll start with plus. From where we'll start? The extreme left of the first root in a number system. So -1, so plus, minus, plus. Fine. Now what is the inequality say? Less than 0, which is minus part. So this part is going to be the correct value, where the values of x will lie. So x belongs to -1 to 4, open interval. So which one is correct? A is correct option. Find here. So I believe this quadratic expression के कुछ problems जो basic हैं, fx greater than 0, fx less than 0, correct? So I believe ये आप कर पाएंगे ऐसे problems, ठीक है? So now we will move to the next part of the quadratic expression. अच्छे से समझिए, वेवी कर्व को अच्छे से समझिए, that is very very important. वेवी कर्व समझ में आ गया, the job done. यहाँ इवन फैक्टर, सो इट स्टार्ट विथ प्लस, माइनस, प्लस. ये रूट्स है आपके -1 और 4, नंबर सिस्टम पे डाला. ये माइनस इन्फिनिटी, प्लस इन्फिनिटी. अगर ये ग्रेटर होता तो ये सारे रूट्स आते, ये वाले वैल्यूज आते, ये और ये, अगर ग्रेटर होता. फाइन. बट इन द क्वेश्चन while multiplying with minus we came across that it becomes less than 0. So in such sum, this way we can calculate. So quadratic expression के problem there, you can do it easily in NDA. Fine. So work on these type of a problem.